interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Once again, John is making a liar out of Katie by not being ready in his chair, but Hey, look who it is. Hurry up. Yay, you made it before your lower third disappeared. John's here.
Holy
Let me
shit,
turn your
what's up,
mic on.
fuckers?
There you go. I thought you were going to be late. I'm going to go make sure that door is locked as soon as is closed as soon as you put that mic on. You are good to go.
All right, cool.
Cool. You talk to them for about 30 seconds while I go check that door. I'm sure it's fine. You've been good about
This
that.
is a ThinkSoJoE show. What's up, everybody?
Yep, door's
Nobody's in the
closed.
chat. All right, awesome. Okay, back to the ThinkSoJoE show.
Yes, welcome back. Hi.
ThinkSoJoE show has been canceled.
And you kicked the fan, so it wasn't pointing at us. Now, where did I put my headphones? That's the question. There it is. All right. Apparently, nobody... Oh, no, you know what? We're not on the right thing for the chat. That's why nobody's chatting. It's this one. There we go. At this point, we need Katie to say, somebody
Oh,
ready
no.
in their chair.
Not again. Laura, quit it. I'm here. I'm in
He's wearing sunglasses.
here.
He's rocking a Silence the Cynic shirt. I didn't think to wear anything Brian would have wore today. You got the wristband? You're... I've been listening to music Brian liked all day. So, literally, I mean, like, the reason, like, I was not, like, fully prepared when the show started because I'm pretty sure Brian is fucking with me today. Because I'm trying to get ready, right? I have like 45 minutes before the show starts. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go put on Saint Anger, and I'm gonna shower and shave, and then I'll come back in the studio and I'll put the record on and listen to most of the rest of it before the show starts. Well, I go into the bathroom. I say, Alexa, play Saint Anger by Metallica, and it's like Saint Anger by Internet something or other, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I'm like, hey, Alexa, play the album Saint Anger by the band Metallica. And it's like shuffling songs from Metallica by Metallica on Spotify. Like, I don't have Spotify. I'm like, Alexa, what is my streaming service that I'm using? And it says, your Mix 5 on Tidal. I'm like, you motherfucker. I just got rickrolled by my own fucking devices. Because I'm trying to play an album Brian loved.
You already played Guns N' Roses on the way here. But that wasn't Sweet Child of Mine.
Oh, man. Today I listened to Paul Simon's Graceland, Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon. I realized I don't have The Who's Tommy on vinyl. I have the soundtrack for the movie The Who's Tommy on vinyl, but not the actual album Tommy. So I listened to that when I walked to the store and then put it on Bluetooth when I got back. And then... I was like, I'm going to listen to Saint Anger. And I failed miserably. I had to, like, get an old phone, charge it, turn it on, figure out how to connect to the internet on it because it was like, this internet connection sucks, which it doesn't. So I'm like, all right, what the fuck do I do? So finally I got it to play, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to skip shaving. I'm just going to jump in the shower. And, so I could be ready when the show starts. And then... yeah, I got through like 3 songs, and then I'm like, I gotta start the show.
Thanks, Laura.
There's a line in Almost Famous that the sister says. It's actually written on a piece of paper. I posted this on Instagram the other day. Play Tommy with a candle burning, and you'll see your future. And I had watched after you were over here the other day. After you left, I had the projector out, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna watch Almost Famous because one of the people I follow on I've also forgot to hit the all WNY button. So there we go, connecting. Hi, all WNY listeners. Anyway,
Yeah, we're live.
So I watched Almost Famous because one of the people I follow on Instagram had gotten the soundtrack the other day. And I was like, yo, have you seen this extended edition, this bootleg cut? And we just got into this conversation about the movie Almost Famous. And after you left, I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like tearing this shit down, so I'm just going to watch a couple of movies. And the first movie I put on was Almost Famous. And I actually took a picture of the screen with that piece of paper on it that says, play Tommy with a candle burning, and you'll see your future. And I was like, I might try this later. And then I realized I don't have the fucking album. I'm like, God damn it, you know what? I was listening to it earlier, though. I should have lit a candle. Maybe I would have seen my future, even if I wasn't playing it on vinyl.
Hi, Jill.
Hi, Jill. But yeah, I'm pretty sure me getting Rick-rolled by my own fucking Alexa was Brian's doing. We got more room in the studio. We can. You see how much room we got now?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Wait a minute. There you go.
He just handed me an $8 guitar pick, by the way.
Wouldn't feel right if I didn't.
I know. Yeah, got more room in here. Less room for decoration back there, but I'm gonna get that all set up over here. But Brian's still hanging in the back, so it's all good.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday, Brian.
We
We
miss you, buddy.
I'm thankful that you were here on time, and I got to tell that story right away of me getting Rick-rolled by my own Alexa because of Brian, I'm sure. It's his way of fucking with me. Like, you're trying to pay tribute to me on your fucking podcast today? Fuck you. Fuck you. Listen to Rick Astley.
So, got any Brian stories? I don't know.
That you don't know? Probably. I've known Brian. I knew Brian for so long. Mark says he just watched Ken Russell's film of Tommy a week ago. He saw it in theaters with quintaphonic sound back in 1975. That was before either of us or Brian were born. So yeah, I don't know, man. I knew Brian for a long, long time. So like the first time I met him was on a podcast. Him and his band Scarlet Embrace were playing, and we kind of hit it off. And the next thing I know, we were trading an amp. I actually still have. And actually, while I was doing all this cleaning shit over the course of the last few days, I actually touched that amp because it's downstairs in my basement. Brian's first amp is in my basement with his initials are apparently carved in it somewhere. I haven't looked, but I have his first amp. He said if I ever wanted to sell it back to him. So now I just can't get rid of it. Now it's, I have to have it. It's got to be here, Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I've probably told you a ton of Brian stories over the years, just riding in cars, being on the podcast. Mm-hmm. Laura says John is looking lovely. Jill wants to know if you look human.
Does John look human?
I was watching They Live last night, so I need my special sunglasses to see if John's human or not. You ever see that movie?
Still, no.
You gotta watch that, man. I don't know. I think I watched it on Peacock the first time. So if you got Peacock, you might be able to watch it. I don't know, but like I own it now, so I watched it. That's what I did last night. I worked most of the day, so I could not have to work until super late at night. And then I listened to records all day. And then I put on, like, I got through a lot of that stack of records that's just been building up of shit that I haven't listened to yet or put away. Mm-hmm. So I got through a shit ton of that. There's maybe like 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 left. This is a PG show, no cock talk. No, cock talk was the wrestling podcast I used to have.
PG show.
PG show, yeah, okay. Jill's starting to sound like Laura in the chat.
This is a fucking PG show? Fuck.
Wait, hold on a second, John. Say that again now. No, you can actually say it.
I can say
Yes, you can say Anyway, we were way too close to the camera for my liking. We actually have like elbow room. We're not like right up against. I like this. I should have done this a long time ago. Plenty of room. John, what's your favorite swear word?
Balls.
Balls. Mine is clit snatch.
Fuck you! Actually, you know, it's fuck. Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you, Joe. Fuck this band.
Anyways. But yeah, I listened to vinyl all day yesterday, then I watched They Live. It's like, this would have been Brian's idea of a perfect day. Like, just listening to music and fucking watching a good movie. And
takes me back. It feels like it's yesterday when I bugged Brian to be in this band.
Yep.
So he had enough, and he was like, fine, leave me alone. Go over there. Okay.
Yeah, dude, we're on the way to your house for the first time, and Brian's just like, yeah, this dude's like 24, but he's been bugging me. He just wants to be in the band. Like, he keeps telling me, I didn't even know he was drummer. I'm like, well, I guess we'll find out.
I annoyed the shit out of him.
I guess we'll find out. We walked into your
the whole fucking day.
Walked down into your basement, and I'm like, this dude really is like 23. Like, and then
I was like, I'm 35.
Yeah,
I have like a 15-year-old kid and stuff.
Yeah, we're like, what the fuck, really? Like, okay, you might actually fit in with us.
Might look like I'm 20, so.
Jill wants to know, John, what did you do for the 4th?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I cleaned my garage. Half of it.
My plan was to clean yesterday, but I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to get through some of these records because, like, this whole bin right here was full of fucking records I hadn't listened to yet. And I'm like, I got to get through these, get them cataloged. So.
I don't know if I have any talent at drumming, but I like to think so.
I mean, you impressed Brian and me to a point where we're like, yeah, okay, yeah, that dude was pretty good. Let's give him the job. So, you know.
I've been in the band for almost 5 years.
Which is impressive since the band is only 4 years old.
Oh, I mean 4 years. Well, I mean, like, I'm gonna go on 5 years.
Into your 5th year, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're coming up on 4 years since the first Living Brain Dead show, August 3rd.
Yeah, because I came late, like 2019.
Yeah.
With you guys.
Jill says she's not impressed yet.
She's never.
You got work to do.
Back to homework.
Oh man, like I was just looking for like I was going through stuff, you know, from last year, going through memories and whatever, and I saw somebody commented on a video I posted of Brian that I hadn't shared before then, and they were like, "Oh man, it's so good to see him again." And so like this morning, I'm like, I gotta find the right words, I gotta find the right, I gotta find the right video to post, and I couldn't find like anything that was just like that hadn't been seen before that I didn't have to edit to put up, like, you know, because it's all from like, 3-hour practice videos. And I remember the first time I saw John, I thought he was a mute. He's not a mute anymore, and that's Jill's fault. That is true.
I looked back at my first video and I was like, oh my God, I look like such a loser.
But yeah, I did find an early Living Brain Dead, like when Steve was still in the band and Brian was rocking that Cortland like university t-shirt because that's where his sister went, and I saw his sister posted, something for his birthday and also his untimely passing, saying, I miss you, brother, and I'm sure you're up there playing your favorite music with your favorite people, and like I'm like, I told her, I'm like, I found this video, last night when I was trying to find like a good video of Brian to put up today where he's wearing that Cortland shirt, and told her how proud he would be, like, and Joe's old videos from his other band. Oh, you guys watched, you guys watched
my first
ThinkSo Brain.
episode. Let me watch your old band.
Watched old ThinkSo Brain footage. Did you see the one where I jumped off the amp and hit my head on the fucking disco ball?
I think.
Brian was almost in ThinkSo Brain.
Really?
So, like, yeah, he was going to play guitar. Because we were trying to put, it was me and my bass player at the time. And then, I remember the first time I heard Brian, Joe called him Lee Muller. I still have no idea what to call. So, and I was on Board Wrestling Fan, right? And for the longest time, G from Board Wrestling Fan always called Brian Lee, because when we met Brian, his Facebook name was Lee Muller. I knew him as Brian because I knew him personally, but everybody else knew him as Lee Muller. He was trying, I think, to avoid his ex-wife or something. And that's why he had his name as Lee Muller instead of Brian Lee Muller. But he told the story last time he was on the podcast of why he goes by B Lee Muller professionally. And that's because if you're doing movies, like music for movies and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you're trying to sign up for like a SAG membership or whatever, like you can't have the same name as somebody else. And there was already a Brian Muller. So to distinguish himself, he started going by B Lee Muller. So that's why, when he released A Victim of Physics, that was the name it was under, was B Lee Muller. Which I forgot. I thought it was under Brian Lee Muller, and I tried looking for that on Tidal this morning to program it in, and I'm like, why can't I find it? Like, oh yeah, because he's B Lee Muller, not Brian Lee Muller, but... Which makes it odd. Like, if I wanted to do like a wristband or like an armband or something, right, and put his initials on it, it's like BLM. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, I support Black Lives Matter. So like having BLM, but then I'd have to explain it because it's not for that, even though I support that. And then it's like, I could take the L out, and then it's just BM, and that, I'm mourning a bowel movement at that point, I guess. But, it was, Brian's been podcasting with me for a long, long time, since Board Wrestling Fan, and he was my first co-host here on this show, and we did a show maybe a month or two before Music is Art one year. And one of the dudes, the singer from the band Cute Is What We Aim For, said something stupid on the internet. Like, there's no such thing as rape culture. And Brian and I just went off on this dude. Because this was sent to us while we were on the air. And we just went off. Like, this guy's a fucking moron and blah, blah, blah. All this shit. And actually got an article. Like, Scott Leffler wrote an article about that episode for all WNY News. Because Brian and I just were like, yeah, this dude needs to be punched hard in the face, And then fucking they were on Music is Art that year. Like, literally right after Lost Elysium they were supposed to be on. And, but because of the storm that year, thunderstorm, they had to shut down Music is Art early. So Cute Is What We Aim For didn't even get to play. And we're just like, good, fuck those guys. But I don't know if that's a story you never heard before, but...
No, I never heard that
Okay,
one.
well, there you go. Me and Brian. Yeah. Brian will always be the best host on the ThinkSoJoE show, says Laura. Brian, Karina, Meg Ryan, John, and then me. We're the least popular, according to Laura. I'll tell you, when I was... So, 2 years ago today lives rent-free in my head, like waking up, getting that call, and then getting that second call. Getting the call, Brian's on his way to the hospital, getting that second call, Brian's gone. Mm-hmm. And then just the walk to the hospital, headphones in, no music playing, trying to figure out how to text you and Katie and be like, yo, Brian's gone. John, empty chair, and then Joe, she says. Anyway, trying to figure out what to say to you and Katie because
I already found out before he even told me.
Did you?
I thought it was a joke though.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, this is not real.
Yeah.
But then it was. So
I just remember trying to figure out how to tell you guys and just going in the hospital and that security guard who by all rights, because it was COVID times, the security guard should have just said, nah, man, go home. But he wrote me down as family and told me to go back. And just going in that room, and Brian's in the middle of the room. Mm-hmm. So there's me on one side, there's Lily on the other side. She's sitting down, I'm standing up, and I'm just looking at Brian the whole time, just waiting for him to just go, gotcha, and, that not happening. The ride home, Lily drove me home, and when she asked me for another minute alone with him, I was like, all right, cool. So I stepped out of the room, And I got a text from Ryan. I forgot what we were talking about something. We had talked about something and he texted me to follow up on it, not knowing where I was and what was going on. And just, like replying to that text like nothing was wrong. And then I got home, the ride home, no music. I got home, I sat down on the couch. I had just gotten the couch from Brian like the week before. We actually just saw Ashton last weekend, who helped along with Cam and to move the couch over. So the last time I saw Brian, Ashton was with me. It's not Brian alive, because obviously I saw him after he passed. But and then everything just comes flooding out. This sucks. My best friend's gone. I don't, and just all that emotion just hit at once. And posting on Facebook, because I wanted to wait till Lily posted something, and then as soon as she did, I posted. And I remember Ryan texting me later and just like, dude, I had no idea. Like, yeah, dude, you wouldn't have any idea. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Some people thought we were going to break up.
We wouldn't.
Brian would have hated us.
Oh, yeah, Brian would have fucking been pissed off. That's why, man. We knew we had to keep going. Jill said she'd send a voice clip of her saying clit snatch, and we'll just put that in replace of John.
Replacing John? I'm John. What are you replacing me for? What does she mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
You got to ask her. I don't know. Anyway.
So what do you mean by that, girl?
But yeah, and we were, we hadn't played Hey You by Silence the Cynic in a while. There was a string of shows where we just didn't play it. And I asked Jill one time at practice, and I was like, it would mean a lot to me if we could start playing this song again. And before I wasn't expecting for the very next show, but she's like, yeah, here's the set list. And it's like, oh, Hey You's on here. All right, cool. Perfect. Clit Snatch is ready in his chair. That's what she meant, to replace it in the audio at the beginning of the show. With Clit Snatch ready in his chair.
Fuck you, Jill. Fuck you.
We'll be playing a song with Jill on it later on today. So.
Oh, yeah.
Jazzy says she was visiting in Boise, looked at her phone in the morning, wrote on his wall to say happy birthday, put her phone away in her purse for several hours, opened her phone to a bunch of messages from Ma. Yeah, jeez, it was a tough day for me, and I'm sure a lot of people too, because Brian was just everybody's friend, everybody loved Brian. Mm-hmm. Got 13 Dead Canaries, howdy. Can we please do Clit Snatch when Jasmine hosts? Anyway. Yeah.
See how I get treated in this band?
Hey, I'm just reading it off the screen. I'm not agreeing or
Apparently,
disagreeing
I'm not
with
John
any.
anymore. I'm Clit Snatch. Fuck.
Yeah. But we've got I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something about Brian, but I just remember everybody being here to go to the memorial. We all met up here, and we had to wait because I had to buy Metallica tickets. The Metallica tickets for the San Francisco shows went on sale the day Brian passed, and I was like, guys, I just got to buy this Metallica ticket real quick, and then we can go.
Yeah, it was Kevin before Katie, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I just remember we're all here, we're all hanging out in the studio, and I'm just like, guys, give me 5 minutes and then we can go. Because the tickets, they went on sale at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 1 p.m. here. And we're all getting ready to go. I'm like, guys, give me 5 minutes. I got to buy these tickets and we can go. I remember my mom came to the memorial. Mm-hmm. My mom and my stepdad. Mm-hmm. I just remember Mark Lee, formerly of Gumshoe. I just remember him bawling his eyes out when he got there. And I never he's an emotional guy. I never seen him like that. I remember that day after I posted about Brian. I remember my buddy Brandon who I don't think knew Brian all that well. You've met Brandon a couple of times at a couple of shows.
Probably. Yeah.
We saw him in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, Brandon.
Yeah, he called me on his lunch break. And like it was like he barely knew Brian, but he knew, how close I was to Brian.
Yeah.
So he took his lunch break, called me, spent his entire lunch break on the phone with me to make sure I was okay and to, talk about Brian. And he took the rest of the day off because it hit him, Mm-hmm. John is Axel after he hit his head on the falling curtain.
Mm-hmm.
Leland's in the chat. He says,
True.
"What up, homies? We're playing some PotusxXx later on today. Brand new song from them.
Word.
Thankfully, they released it this morning, so I was able to just like throw it right in the.
I already heard it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard it before. I've heard it too. So good stuff though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't even think to wear any of Brian's stuff today. You got the memo, man.
I thought you would.
No, I was just trying to like scramble to get ready, and I'm just like, I overslept this morning, so I had to get work done, and then I like had to run to Tops and was like, I got to clean up the studio because, podcast. Because there was like from clearing all that out, I had stuff all over the place. I'm like, I got to clear shit off. But yeah, I didn't. I didn't think to put on any. I would have worn my Jackknife Stiletto T-shirt or my Revolver jersey because those were basically Brian's Jackknife hoodie would have been like his uniform.
You have his vest right there.
His vest is right here. Yeah, that's his. I keep seeing sponsored ads for that exact vest. I'm like, I don't need to buy one. I have one.
He's wearing that vest when he blocked the camera from me in that live stream.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that live stream.
That was his last set.
I know, dude. Like I shared it on the anniversary of like this is Brian's last set. Laura has a big announcement for after the song break. Ooh, I wonder what that could be.
Uh-oh. They cover.
John's hiding. John's like, I'm out of here. See it. Yeah, man. No, it's just I've told so many Brian stories over the past 2 years. It's like ridiculous. I can't even like keep up with what I've told who and what I've told on the podcast. And we did a whole episode, the week after of, just me rambling on for 2 hours about Brian. Karina just sitting there listening and, chiming in occasionally because she had Brian stories, working with him and, knowing him as long as she did as well. Like, Brian, this one time, I don't think I've ever told this story. Brian, one time when I first started dating Karina, sends me a text like, she's cheating on you, dude. And I already have trust issues from previous relationships. He's like, she's cheating on you, dude. And then sends me a picture of her eating a big sandwich. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So, she's leaving for a place with no internet is Jill's speculation. Jasmine says she better not. But yeah, Jasmine says she's on the POTUS song. She is. I heard it earlier. I listened to it a little bit. I was skipping through. I just wanted to hear Jill's part. Like, I've heard bits and pieces of Jill's part. I just haven't, like, actually sat down to listen to it.
Yeah, I gave her some tips.
You gave her some tips on how to rap?
No, not how to rap, but what to rap about.
What to rap about. Gotcha. I know, this isn't the song about wrestling, if that's what you're...
I think. Is that the one?
No, this is
Different song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it then. So I didn't give her any tips, so don't worry about it. Don't mind me. I'm just bullshitting.
Yeah. Yeah, wrong song, John. Jill just confirmed. Different song.
Well, I feel awkward.
John, you're gonna play on the one about wrestling, and apparently
Yes.
Leland's evening slumber again. Apparently, I'm supposed to be singing on the one.
Yes, I'm supposed to be drumming.
No, nobody has told me this, but I mean, Jill has mentioned it, but nobody else has. All right, we're gonna play some music because there's shows coming up all week long.
Then we'll be back for...
Including one tomorrow night at Mohawk Place that just refreshed on my screen, so give me a second. Green Jello, Three Little Pigs 30th Anniversary Tour with 13 Dead Canaries, The Freak, The Gravediggers, and Digital Afterlife. See more. Thursday, July 6th, doors at 6 p.m., ages 18 plus, $15 pre-sale tickets, $20 day of the show. Get your tickets at purplepass.com/3littlepigs. That show taking place at Mohawk Place, 47 East Mohawk Street here in Buffalo. And we're going to play one of the bands that's opening for Green Jello tomorrow, and that is 13 Dead Canaries. And this song is called Superman on All WNY. Think So Joe Show.
He's on scene.
13 Dead Canaries on All WNY Think So Joe Show. Laura's big announcement is she told Scott to cancel the Think So Joe Show, and he said yes. Not true.
Not true.
At least I haven't heard from Scott saying that, so.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, John with the weather.
Hi, I am John with the weather report. How's everyone doing out there? All right. Right now it's 84 degrees here in Buffalo. The lowest today will be 70 degrees, so it's still going to be hot. Tomorrow, 17% chance of rain. So it's probably going to thunderstorm tomorrow night. So the highest will be 86 degrees. The lowest will be 68 degrees. And it's supposed to rain off and on for Saturday and Sunday. Mostly Sunday, a 46% chance of rain and 6% chance of rain on Saturday. Will be in the 70s. So it's gonna be hot. Yeah. If you got a pool, go swimming. You got an umbrella, you might need it. So I don't know.
I was told today my pool is open. I'm like, yeah, but my air conditioner's on, so fuck going outside.
Well, that's all I got for now. So back to you, ThinkSoJoE. And this has been John with the weather report.
John Johnson wants to know. He says he found out Toronto is $8 million over the salary cap. What should they do? They should stay $8 million over the salary cap and get disqualified from playing this season. That's what they should do.
Okay, Friday was out of control.
Friday?
Yes, it was very smoky.
Fuck.
It's like Canada.
Saturday too.
Yeah, Saturday too. What are you smoking over there, Canada?
Tree.
Yeah.
Literal
Don't
trees.
bring it over here. Don't bring it over here.
Literal trees. Yeah, we, dude,
Fuck you, Canada.
Yeah, you showed up Saturday and it's just like, man, look at this fucking sky. Look, smell this air. Like,
Freaking moon was red. The sun was red. Like, it was so bad.
John, thoughts on soccer? She wants your thoughts. She don't want my thoughts. So.
Well, it's fun. I mean, I used to work, at a camp, play soccer. So it's fun, score goals, But yeah, it's just fun, I guess. I don't know. That's all I got.
It's imitation hockey on grass. It wants to be hockey so bad. It's like, oh, look at our superstars, Lionel Messi and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and we're just like, look at Wayne Gretzky.
What the fuck happened Friday?
Joe and John, did you ever go to summer camp? Friday was fucking smoky, man.
Yeah, smoky.
I wasn't leaving the house. I was like, fuck this.
John.
Joe and John, did you ever go to summer camp? No.
No.
John's hair, the color of formaldehyde and benzene sunset.
Yes.
The benzene
Yes,
sunset.
the sun and the moon was the color of my hair.
Which is her favorite line from the new song. John, explain the offside rule in soccer. You played hockey. You know what offside is.
Mm-hmm. Offside.
Yeah.
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 It's offside. Yeah. You shoot the puck or the soccer ball. But if someone's across the... Well, in hockey, okay, if one of the players shoot the puck and he forgets to notice that one of his other players is across the blue line,
Yeah.
it's offside.
Basically the same thing in soccer. You
gotta wait.
You
Gotta
can't
wait.
cross the line until the ball's over the
Yes.
line. So yeah. Yeah, that's an easy one. We know our sports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 At living brain dead.
If you ever want to collab, just something to keep in mind, hit Jasmine up. Yeah.
Okay.
John and Joe, if you had a chance to move the Coyotes to another city of your choice, where would you send them?
Africa.
Africa. Not animal coyotes, John. Hockey coyotes.
I know, Africa.
Okay. I would send them to Quebec.
Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you. But yes, that can be smart sometimes. Smart ass.
I would send the Coyotes to Quebec City. They've been wanting a team. They got the infrastructure and the stadium arena already ready to go. Like, yeah, send them there. African Hockey League. John, rate the 8 planets. I can't even name the 8 planets.
Don't ask me.
John, what does it mean when Mercury is in retrograde? Because I don't
Did
know
I
either.
go to astronaut school?
That's not an astronaut question. That's an astrology question.
I didn't even go to I didn't do that class either.
You've never dated a girl who like has her crystals out and like
No.
knows about all this shit? I have, and I still don't know what the fuck any of it means.
No. No. No, I was in special ed.
John, explain high sticking. John's like, I got this one.
Yes, I got this one, motherfuckers. High sticking. Oh.
Yeah, pretty much that. John's favorite junior hockey team is the Mooseheads. I don't even know who they are. You get me below an NHL level, I have no idea what the fuck's
I don't
going
know
on.
what's going on either.
He's like all those teams fucking like move around all the time too. So like,
I was a goalie.
yeah, you were a goalie. I didn't play in a league, but I was a defenseman. So
I was
playing street
forward-
hockey.
I was forward a couple of times when they needed me. But mostly goalie.
Yeah, I was. I don't know if we could get away with singing that in the chat, Mark, but Mark put the lyrics to the good old hockey game in.
John only likes...
Crystal meth girls. Fuck.
Oh my god. These questions just keep getting better and better.
Girls with their crystals out, excuse you. Yeah. I'm going to get in trouble for that one.
Is that more open since the first time I
Oh, for sure.
did this show?
For sure.
Oh god.
Man.
I come a long way.
Yup. Brian would be proud of you.
Oh yeah. He would. Still call me Axel too.
Yup. John explained the Dutch oven. You know what a Dutch oven is? I can't tell if that's a yes he knows or a no he doesn't. Do you know what it is? John doesn't know, so that's when you
I'm speechless.
that's when you're you know
Okay, yes.
okay.
Yeah, okay, we're not no. Moving on.
He doesn't want me to explain it anyway.
Explain it. Just get over it.
Okay, so that's when you're in bed with a girl and you fart and you pull the covers up over your heads. So you can't escape. It's a Dutch oven. Anyway, Laura wants to know your favorite illegal drug.
Meth.
John wants to know, John, would you drum at a show naked?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Tommy Lee
Oh
over
wait,
here.
I can't say that because
Because
I know Joe. No.
John wants to play a show with Wasted Space and drum naked.
Yes. Let's do it.
Joe Nameless ripoffs. Anyway. Except they're from Buffalo and Joe Nameless is from Erie, Pennsylvania, so I guess I should be like, okay, yeah, no.
Miss Space, if you're watching this, let's make it happen.
I don't, legally, I don't know if I can sing the hockey song because I don't know if it's public domain or not. We're
We'll
under
get canceled.
We're under strict. Like Facebook's already muting half the fucking show as it is.
Is it really?
Dude, every single song we played last week, Facebook muted. Every single song.
What?
Like immediately as soon as the show was over, it's like we've muted some of the content in your show. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like YouTube's fine with it. They're just like, yeah, you can't make money on this because you played other people's music, and we're just like, that's fine. We're not making money on it anyway.
Yeah.
So, John, can you guess what Joe has in his pockets?
Bubblegum.
No, I do not have bubble gum in my pockets.
Shit.
It's the usual stuff, except I also have this piece of paper here. This is an invoice from my vet. What did I pay for? An exam and consultation, medical waste fee, rabies shot, feline FVRCP vaccine, a nail trim, bandage on his toe, which he took off on his own, Convenia injection, which is an antibiotic and also the most expensive thing on this list. Total $193.70. And I get to go back tomorrow. And I was supposed to go back tomorrow, or I was supposed to go back Friday at 8:30. I'm now tomorrow at 8:50 because this asshole decided to take his bandage off. Joe took John to the vet. No, not John.
No, I'm fine.
John didn't need to go to the vet this
No,
week.
I didn't need to go to bed or get spaded. I'm good.
I'm gonna get this up here so I can. No, I can't see because I'm still on Twitch. There we go. Here we go.
There's
There
a
we go.
question up here.
That's why I was opening this one so I could see.
Okay.
John, what is your favorite film?
Stand By Me.
Okay. John, would you drum a show in an Elvis costume with an Elvis wig?
Damn right.
Jill said I had to take you for a rabies shot and a nail trim. Leland says cats are expensive. John, if Joe invited you to a barbecue, what would you bring as a dish to pass?
First of all, I was gonna run the damn barbecue and cook everything, but it'd be some ribs.
John's gonna bring some ribs.
Yeah.
I dislike John now. It should be Home Alone 5, says Laura.
You still on this Home Alone 5 shit?
I don't know if I've even seen...
I haven't even seen it.
I don't even know if I've seen Stand By Me. I think it's on the list. And I haven't... You're looking at me funny. like you're surprised I haven't seen a movie.
Classic, man.
Just like Brian. You haven't seen this movie? I went to John Can't Cook, says Jill.
Fuck you, Jill. Fuck you.
I was at Revolver a couple of weeks ago with my other friend John, and we just got in this conversation with the girl that was working there about movies we haven't seen and I was telling the story of like, you know, Brian having the Joe Knows Jack segments on the podcast where he's like, you're going to watch this movie and you're going to tell me what you think about it next week. And I guess the final one must have been They Live, and I never got to tell him about it. So
Well, you're gonna watch Stand By Me and give me your comments.
I gotta find time, man. I gotta bring this cat to the vet. I might go see Grosh or Green Jello or both tomorrow. Grosh playing at Key and Main is the name of the event at Church Street and Main Street at the Key Bank. Or not the Key Bank, M&T Bank. I don't know what the fuck it is. They're playing downtown. Go see them. It's free. I'm probably going. John keeps getting closer and closer to the screen, so I just get further and further
sorry.
blurred out in the background.
John, what kind of
barbecue sauce do you prefer to use for this?
Jim Ross?
Jim Ross barbecue sauce. It's so expensive. I haven't ordered it yet. I've been wanting to, and then I don't. You know, I do make chicken all the time, and I use barbecue sauce, so that would be like a good thing to have in the house. You haven't seen Home Alone 5. You did a review of it twice. John, since Joe hasn't seen Stand By Me, is he on the list?
You know what? You know what happens when you don't watch Stand By Me? You know what happens? Do they know what happens? Do they? Guess what? I don't have a pen. Oh, I have a pencil. Guess what? You just made the list.
Now I'm on the list of Jericho and the list of John.
John?
John can order a good coffee, though.
You're damn
John,
right.
how does Jill like her coffee?
Okay, 2 sugars, 2 milks, and a shot of vanilla. Large, hot, ready to go.
John, how do I like my coffee?
Black and blue.
I don't. The correct answer would have been I don't drink coffee, but okay, sure. John, if Macaulay Culkin said you could do anything you want to him, what would you do to him?
That's it.
I'll leave that up to interpretation from them, because anyway. Joe doesn't drink. Joe doesn't drink coffee. Joe doesn't drink alcohol. Joe barely drinks Pepsi anymore. Except Tops was out of fucking
I do.
Pepsi today.
I do, because it's my choice of the new generation.
I went to Tops to buy a 2-liter Pepsi because I'm almost out, just to have it in the fridge, and they didn't have any. I had to buy a fucking Tops brand cola.
Oh, that's the worst.
No, that's actually not too bad. It's not like Coke style, so it's more closer to Pepsi than Coke, so it's okay.
I needed it. People don't know how to drive.
John, best energy drink and worst energy drink.
Best energy drink? Well, I'm not allowed to drink energy drinks, but I like Gatorade or Vitamin Water.
Laura says water is
Well,
illegal.
water's good too.
She says water is illegal in my house. I guess they better come arrest me then. John, Joe is given the opportunity to voice act a character in a reboot of Shrek, but you get to pick which character. Who should Joe do the voice acting for?
Gingy.
Gingy. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. I can do that. Bring it on. Donkey. John, what face do you make when you're standing in a crowd and your butt crack itches and you can't scratch it? Nailed it. John, best bottled water or worst bottled water? Which is the best, which is the worst? It's fucking water.
I would say Voss.
That's the
It's
best.
the worst.
Is the
It's
worst?
the- it's the
Okay.
best.
Oh, it's the
It's
best.
the best.
Okay.
And the worst, the faucet.
That's not bottled water, though. Well, so, I mean, technically, I guess that's like Poland Spring, right? Because didn't they get caught, like, using tap water?
Yeah.
Have you guys tried the strawberry Dr. Pepper? No.
No, actually.
I have tried the Peeps flavored Pepsi.
You're a monster.
John also tried the Peeps flavored Pepsi. It was a split right down the middle. John and Jill hated it. Me and Joe loved it. Like, I mean, not like loved it in a sense of like I'm gonna go buy this shit all the time, but like it was like, hey, this isn't half bad. You're just like you're drinking the wrong water. Leland says strawberry Dr. Pepper is banging.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I would try that, I think. I miss cherry vanilla Pepsi, man. I really do. Or just plain vanilla, like just vanilla Pepsi. John requests the next show, Jill requests at the next show you do a live painting during it. The next show might be music as art, so it would be appropriate.
Okay.
I gotta text our bass player about
It's up to him, though.
possible show. Anyway.
But I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, we gotta register you as an artist over at
Yes.
Music is Art. I don't know if it's too late now, but
That will be fun.
John and Joe, best Winter Classic jersey, worst Winter Classic jersey. Jeez. There's been some really nice ones and really bad ones over the years. I mean, I liked the first Buffalo ones, which were just the throwbacks to the 70s.
Yeah.
And I guess the worst ones
Yeah, I would say
probably. I guess it wouldn't be the Islanders because those are heritage classics or stadium series games or whatever the fuck. So, I don't know, man. There's been some bad ones. Like Nashville's is like popping in my head for whatever reason.
Well, what about like New Jerseys out there? That's
like-
like the worst.
Like current jerseys that are the worst.
Like the brand. The team switched to New Jersey.
I don't know, man. Like most of the jerseys now actually look pretty okay. So, you know, it's not like the '90s where it was like the Wild West where they're just like, hey, look, we can do sublimation.
Yeah.
Let's see. John should do one of those paintings where he gets naked and paints his booty and the back of his legs and sits on the canvas.
What?
Jill
Who
says
said that?
Leland did, and Jill says, as a boudoir photographer, she can make that happen. Leland told her to do
God.
it. She said it'll be hairy. He said it shouldn't be any other way. She said, John, shave your butt.
What can we do stupid shit?
John's got to shave his butt. We can't do it on camera, though. We'll get kicked off YouTube.
Oh my God.
And Twitch. And probably Facebook. So
Okay.
we'd be back to an audio-only show. All this setup for nothing. John, out of 10, how good is Taylor Swift?
She's 11.
There you go. Right answer. John asks, John and Joe, best jersey brand. His says his is Coho. I miss Starter. I thought Starter did really well back in the day.
Back then, like what?
What's your favorite brand that's done hockey jerseys? I don't know how deep your hockey jersey collection runs. Mine runs pretty deep, so.
What, Adidas? I don't know.
Adidas. I like the Adidas. I liked Starter. I like what Adidas has done, and I really hope that Fanatics, when they pick up that license, continue on the path Adidas has instead of the path that Fanatics has with their replicas. No offense, because I know you own a Fanatics jersey, but I also own a couple, and I got no problem with them other than like they lack some of the details in the crests. You guys should shave John's butt in a music video.
What
would
is
be
this
great.
shit?
John, which Primus song should Living Brain Dead cover?
All the above.
All of the above. Okay. John, where do you insert a tampon?
Who said that, Joe?
Jill said that, yes.
Fuck you, Joe.
Mark says, John's butt, I'd buy a print of that art. John's butt art at the merch store. Man, if you could have heard what he just said. Laura says, John doesn't have a hairy butt. Don't worry, John, only 4 more minutes till the song break.
Feels like a lifetime.
John and Joe, would Living Brain Dead do a cover of Goodbye Horses in drag? You are familiar with what he's referencing? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Goodbye. I can't sing it. Copyrights. Anyway. Leland says shiny moon. Anyway. I don't know, would you?
We have to be drag?
You got to do the tuck. Like in Silence of the Lambs.
What the hell?
There you go.
Lose.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know about.
This has been one interesting show.
We let the comments section kind of take over this segment. So.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going. It's going.
going.
There's more. Been trying to get them to do drag. They won't wear the jean bikinis, though. Mark says, I want to kiss her butt, but she won't let me. I want to kiss her, but she won't let me. Never mind. I read that wrong. Anyway, John would look great in drag. John wearing men's clothes would be cool. John, what would you do if you were left alone in a room with a copy machine?
A copy machine that it did work or didn't work?
I'd imagine did work.
Did work? Take pictures of my butt.
What would you do with one that didn't work? You going
Probably
off?
break it. Oh, there's my shirt I forgot to take home.
I was going to say, you going Office Space on that?
Yeah. Take it to the field. Beat it up with a bat.
That's what happened to those cheap CD players I was talking about last week that I used to DJ with back in the day, 20 years ago. We just got so tired of them not working, and we played our last DJ set, and we were just like, fuck these CD players, and just took them out in the parking lot and just smashed them with a fucking baseball bat. So we've done that with a PlayStation 2, actually. Not a PlayStation 2, a PlayStation, original PlayStation, because I shorted it out, and I had to go buy a new one. So I bought the new one, and we just smashed the other one with a monkey wrench or something. John, which Grand Theft Auto game would you choose to play?
5.
Okay. I played the first 3, the original PlayStation versions that were the overhead, and they weren't as good as the other ones.
I did like Vice City.
Yeah, I've played Vice City. I've played some of the later ones. I think I own GTA 5 on my computer and haven't played it yet. But yeah, they're fun games. I just wasn't super into them. John, would you rather be stuck in a tilt-a-whirl for 24 hours or at the top of a Ferris wheel?
Tilt-a-whirl.
Ferris wheel.
I got a thing with heights.
I would not. I don't mind a tilt-a-whirl, but being on it for that long would not be pleasant. So, Mark says, I want to kiss her butt. She won't let me. Want to whisper sweet nothings in her rear. Sure.
So there was a shooting a couple nights ago in front of my work.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
I was not aware of
There's
that.
a couple people injured. I think one got shot in the head and died.
Oh, damn, dude.
Yeah. So that's like news around my work going on.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I do know that there's a show coming up on Saturday at Mr. Goodbar.
Oh yeah.
It's music
I heard
time.
about that.
Yeah, we were invited to play it, and it was like we were invited like 2 days ago to play it, and we're like, probably not. But this is the Impurity is playing this weekend, Saturday, July 8th, with the Finality Complex and more at Buffalo's favorite bar, Mr. Good Bar, 1110 Elmwood Avenue, Buffalo, New York. Doors at 8 p.m. Music at, I'm assuming, 9 p.m. I gotta click see more. Yep. Door cover is $10. Hopefully they got a good sound guy for that night. This is the Impurity, and this song is called Wolf on all WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show.
But now you're here and you're locked
That was the Impurity on all WNY Think So Joe show. You can't see us. There we are.
Now you can see us.
Jill pre-ordered $80 in sushi. She couldn't back out of that.
Nope.
John, would you rather have honey barbecue cheesecake or buffalo hot cheesecake? We saw that right as we went into the song break, and
I'm gonna give a buffalo.
I'm going honey barbecue.
I like a little spice.
I'm a honey
Spice.
barbecue guy.
I need
Spice
those-
makes me hiccup, man.
I need a little spice because it's just nice.
Leland knows spices make me hiccup. I was at ETS the other day, and I was hiccuping just off of their hot sauce in my taco. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this never happens. And then we went to the record store, and I spent like $45 because record stores. And I'm there with my buddy who doesn't have a record player, doesn't buy records, isn't like super into music. He's more into books. And I'm just like, I still need to drag John here so I can make John buy records like Brian used to do to me.
You have this? No. Now you do.
Laura couldn't find out where you work because there's too many shootings in New York State. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, I was totally at the record store. I'm like, man, if John were here, I'd just be like, you're buying this. I finally found a Hall & Oates record I was looking for.
Oh, no, you did?
Yeah.
Nice.
So my intent, like, I didn't really have anything specifically in mind when I went there, but I'm like, I don't want to spend too much money. What I want to find is a Prince album that's got the song Kiss on it, because I thought I had that on vinyl, but I don't, because it's on his second greatest hits, not his first. And then I was also like, I also want to see if I can find this Spin Doctors record, which I found, but it was like way more than I wanted to pay for it. Because the last time I saw that out in the wild, Brian bought it. And I was like, damn, I would have taken that. He's like, yeah, sorry, man, it's the only copy. John should get into cassette tapes.
I used to have one.
I
Nice.
I have a cassette deck, it doesn't work. It turns on, but it doesn't play. They said it's something to do with the belt, so I got to get it repaired. Somebody said I could probably handle doing it myself, but I'm going to call it. I got a number for, or a name of a place that does it, so I might get a hold of them tomorrow and be like, yo, how much you charge for this? See if that's cheaper than, if it's around what it would cost me to do it myself, I'll take it to them. Because I'd rather have somebody who knows what they're doing fix it. But yeah, that's actually the whole impetus for this whole studio makeover here. And this, kind of why we have so much more room is because I wanted to get the tape deck in here. And then I found out as soon as I hooked it up that it don't work. I plugged it in, I turned it on, I'm like, cool, it works. And then I put the stereo on there, and I put the record player on, I hooked everything up, and I hit play on the tape deck, and it's like, nope, not playing. I don't even know what tape I put in. It was either EMF or it was an Aerosmith tape, I think. I don't know.
Aerosmith.
Got a couple of Aerosmith. No, it was AC/DC for Those About to Rock. I just bought that on cassette over the weekend.
Ha, 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 ha.
Impotence. Not that kind of impotence. Anyway.
Ah.
New song name.
Of course.
John, what's the name of this song?
Foot snatch.
He'd rather say that than impotence, I guess.
Can't say impotence.
I said impetus, not impotence. But anyway.
Impetus. Impotence? Song's called Nipples.
Sure. Why not?
Look at her.
You know what I got to do the other day? I was going to show you during the song break. I forgot. I got to do. Somebody commissioned me to do some art because I have a pop art gig on Fiverr that nobody has ever ordered from before, and I just keep it up because that's what got me my top seller ranking is that I have diverse offerings. So I'm like, all right, I'll just leave it up, and if somebody wants it, I'll just relearn how to do this. And somebody finally hired me to do some pop art of their friend's dog that passed away. They said their friends had a pop art wall, and they thought they would love some pop art of their late dog. So I was like, oh fuck, I gotta get this right. So I got to do some pop art of this beautiful chocolate lab, like, you know, and I hope they get back to me after they give it to their friends, because I really want to know how the friends react. Because I was like, I don't know, like I want to
know you did that.
Yeah, I let me see if I can get it into the chat here. Let me see if I go to here, and then I got to find the guy who I did that for. Who is... He's on here. Here he is, Alfonso. The dog's name was Bentley. And let's see if I could just drag this right into the... it's too big. It's too big. I got to make it smaller. That's not what I want. I'm going to hit undo here because I don't know what the fuck I just did. Bentley, and we're going to... Bear with me. What am I looking for? Transform. Fit to screen. There it is. That's the dog. Mm-hmm. That's my pop art of the dog that I did for those people.
Cute.
Yeah, I was so worried that I was gonna, like, you know, not capture the spirit of the dog, because you know how that is. You have pets, you got tattoos of your dogs. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I like, before I delivered it, I sent them, like, I'm like, this is what I got. Like, give me any feedback. Let me know what you got, because I've never done an animal in pop art. It's usually people.
That's sweet. That's nice of you.
But I'm like, let's make sure we get this right. Well, you know, I got this painting of Whisper on the wall over here that somebody gave me after Whisper passed away. And so I know, like, what that would mean to this family who lost their beloved pet, you know, and you know as well. Mm-hmm. So, let's see. Clit snatch impotence. John say bully.
Bully. You're a bully. You're a bully, Jill. You're a bully.
Laura wants you to find out what happened to my red hat. It's literally right there. It's just under another hat.
Under another hat. Found it.
Oh, God. John, would you rather drink an entire liter of Pilk, which is Pepsi and milk, or Filk, which is Fanta orange and milk?
I'm going to go with... It's got to be, like, mixed.
Yes.
I'm going to try all of it.
You can try all of it. I would go with the Fanta orange and milk, because I think it would taste like a creamsicle, because it's basically just pouring milk in pop is basically like you know, making a root beer float. Just you're skipping the ice, the ice part of the ice cream, right?
Yeah.
Laura wants to know what type of milk.
Skim milk.
Skim milk, okay.
I don't know.
I got 2%. I had skim milk for a minute, because, like, when my kid and I went to my grandma's house, she bought skim milk so we could make pudding when we went there. And neither of them drink actual, like, cow milk anymore. So, like, you drink milk, right? Like, yeah. Okay, take this home. Like, okay. The dude from YouTube said he liked Pilk better. The Filk kind of curdled for some reason. Okay.
Jill said...
Fanta orange, it'd be like a creamsicle. Yeah.
She's got a point,
yeah. Yeah. You ever like, I like root beer floats, but, like, I also like orange soda floats because they're, you know, they taste like a creamsicle.
Who loves orange soda?
I do. I do. Ooh. John trying to sneak a Nickelodeon reference past me. Anyway. I was going to make that reference too, and you jumped in. Like, yeah. All right, good for you. Beat me to it.
I'm a 90s kid.
I'm pretty sure I think I had a Good Burger pin at one point, but I think I gave it to Sid from Star Juice because she has a Nickelodeon obsession.
I'm excited for Miss Good Burger too.
Yeah. They did. They had Keenan and Kel on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
And they did a Good Burger segment.
Yeah.
John, which member of Guns N' Roses do you relate to the most?
I don't know. If I gotta say anybody, I would say Slash. Now Axel.
John, who loves orange soda?
John loves orange soda.
Is it true?
It's true. I do. I do. Ew.
I
Well,
fucked
this
up
is
the
Pepsi.
I fucked up the reference. So I had to give you a chance to get it right. So because I missed a line in there. But yeah. I watch Keenan and Kel on occasion, so I should know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway,
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic show.
Good Burger was great too. I got to watch that at some point again. I guess after I watched, what was it? Stand By Me?
Yeah.
That's what started this whole fucking watch these 250 movies thing, was Steph was watching that. And she was like, oh, I'm watching this movie. I have to watch this movie. I'm like, why do you have to watch the movie? She's like, oh, I got this list and I'm going to try and watch all the movies on it. And then she sent me the list and challenged me. And I haven't watched any in a long time because I'm just like, fuck this list. John, is Sabrina the Teenage Witch hot? We talking movie Sabrina or are we talking TV Sabrina? I never saw the movie, so I don't know who played her. But Melissa Joan Hart? TV Sabrina? Yeah. Childhood crush right there. Anyway.
No comment.
Teenage crush, because she was Clarissa on Clarissa Explains It All back in the day.
That was my show.
That was a good show, man. Lots of those shows back in the... John, she's underage, says Laura. She's like 35 and has kids. She's probably older than that. She's probably older than us.
The original Sabrina?
Who was the original Sabrina?
Yeah.
I never saw the movie. I don't know. I've seen the TV show plenty of times because Melissa Joan Hart. Let me see. I wanted to find out. Melissa Joan Hart. Oh shit, she's way older than us. She was born in 1976. She is 47 years old. The age you keep saying I am.
Yes.
Married with 3 kids.
Forget that one. What'd she say?
Clarissa, I forget that one. Yeah. She forgot about Clarissa Explains It All.
More questions for John.
Yeah, more questions for John as I'm swiping all these notifications. I got I bought a couch cleaning thing last week, and I was hoping to get it by Saturday before you came over so I could like clean the couch and just, then throw a blanket over it. But then it was like, oh, you'll get it next Wednesday. I'm like, well, fuck. That's not helpful.
Your couch was clean.
It was clean enough. That's because I got my vacuum has like the Turbo Pet Cleaner Plus or Turbo Pet Eraser Plus or some shit like that. So I'm just sitting and like I was trying to use it and it's like, why the fuck isn't it doing anything? And then I realized like I had to empty my fucking vacuum. It was like just full. I'm looking, it's like, because it's got an indicator of like suction. So it's like red is bad and green is good. It was red. I'm like, fuck, I gotta empty this thing. Melissa Joan Hart is who Jill is thinking of. John, straw or no straw?
No straw.
Depends what kind of straw.
Is it a little swirly one?
I
like those.
I'm saying like paper straw or a plastic straw because you can't get plastic straws.
What's that one on top though?
John, describe the exact moment in your life when you realized that you're a badass.
How do I answer this one without Joe commenting? Okay. The moment I realized I was a badass. When I was on my scoot.
John, what do adult stores sell? They always have blacked out windows.
Porn.
They got the one on Elmwood, right? That's very prominent there. And it just says adult books and videos. And my kid's like, what kind of adult books and video? What kind of books and videos are adults reading? I'm like, I can't tell you that. This was back when she was like real little, John, what is the second most illegal thing you've ever done? Nope, not that way. This way. He's still thinking about it.
Getting pulled over.
Getting pulled over, he says.
For
Getting pulled
driving
over.
past 90.
For driving past 90.
Long time ago.
Ah.
I used to get a lot of speeding tickets.
John, if you were a painter and you were requested to paint a masterpiece, but it had to be either with your balls or your nose, which would you pick? Laura's handing this episode to the police. Leland says, is getting pulled over illegal? Well, he got pulled over for doing something illegal.
I was a bad kid. I was like Shane.
Remember that time you got a police escort?
Yeah. Okay. Do they know about this story?
I don't think they know about
Do they
this
know
story.
about this story? Let's go, baby. Here we go. I was, okay. This is back in 2010. Yes, 2010. We're going to go with that. 2010. I was driving my friend to his doctor's appointment. There was two people in the car with me. My friend and his girlfriend. So I was doing something nice because he had a broken leg. He couldn't drive. So, okay, yeah, I'll pick you up. And his girlfriend didn't know how to drive anyways. So I had my mom's car. It was a black Impala, not like mine. But we were driving down Niagara Falls Boulevard. You know, I'm just minding my own business, listening to Escape the Fate, rocking out. And then I by you know Ventures is with the old Dairy Cream used to be? Oh,
Yeah.
it was Dairy Cream back then. By the airport. So I was driving and I looked in my mirror. There's like 10 cops behind me. With the sirens. Like, oh shit. I got so nervous. Then you had to park on the side of the road. I parked in the middle of the fucking road. Middle of the fucking road. Now, they all get out of the car. I'm like rolling down my road. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Get your hands out of the car. They all got guns at me. Cameras. Like, we know what you did. What did I do? Then I hear the guy in the background. We got the guys that robbed the liquor store. Apparently, we fit the description of the people that robbed the liquor store 10 minutes ago. So I'm like, I didn't rob shit. Okay, so they asked my friend's girlfriend to get out of the car. And because my friend couldn't, because he had a broken leg. And they told her to open the trunk. So she couldn't, she didn't have the key. So I popped the door. There's empty bottles of Guinness and Bud Light everywhere in my trunk. And I had to explain to them, when my dad was working at the time, he was a bartender at Como restaurant. And he takes the bottles back. So, but there were some that were not like open too. It's like, this makes my whole story worse. Pretty much. Like, oh shit, I'm going to jail. So they were like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to drive back to the liquor store to see if you guys are the ones that robbed the liquor store. See, you guys are telling the truth that you did it. If you try anything funny, I'm going to spike your tires. Okay? So I got my first police escort by 10 cops all the way to the liquor store. And I get over there, I pull in, the owner comes out and says, no, these are not the guys. We're looking for a blue Malibu, not a black Impala. And I literally just shit myself. And the cops come up to me and they're like,
Sorry, get out of here. Really? Really? Are you kidding me? But it was like the scariest, most exciting thing that ever happened to me.
John, describe the exact moment of your life when you decided to rob a liquor store.
Who said that?
Leland.
Fuck! I didn't rob shit. I am innocent.
Jill says she knows the answer to your illegal thing, and it's not speeding, and that you told this already.
I did tell this. I did. I said this. What was the legal thing I done?
I'm trying. Apparently, I skipped a good question. Let me see. What did we miss here? John, if you were a painter, you didn't answer that question. If you were a painter, would you paint a masterpiece with your balls or your nose?
Balls.
Balls. Okay, there you go.
Fine.
There's the answer. Anyway.
I know the answer, John, to your...
She knows the answer to your illegal thing. She knows what the second most illegal thing you've ever done is.
Get pulled over for having sex in a car?
Who hasn't done that? definitely been knocked on the door.
That's about it.
Do you really want Jill to answer what your illegal thing is, John?
That's the only thing I can think of.
See, that's why I was going to say my second most illegal thing was probably smoking weed when it was illegal, but...
Okay, Joe. What's the legal thing I've done? I told you.
I'm interested now. Now I want to see what she's got to say.
I need to remember. You know I got a bad memory.
Now we're just gonna wait. We're gonna
just
sit
gonna
here.
wait for Jill.
We're gonna wait for
Hey,
the answer.
Jill.
Yeah. Anyway. I mean, we can't wait too long. We got 2 minutes till the next song break. But yeah. Jill's about to air the laundry.
Oh shit.
That's what Leland says. Jill's about to air the laundry.
The suspense is killing me.
I bet. In the meantime,
Yes.
we're 2 minutes away. Oh, that was it. You at the park. You already outed yourself on
Yeah,
that.
see?
Okay. Been there, done that.
I did. Oh, yeah, that was a good story too. The cop didn't mean to cock block me, but I said, kind of did.
Yeah. Joe, you should do a special where instead of song breaks, you perform with a ukulele. I own one. There's two in the house. I own one. I can't get to either of them right this
Tiny
second.
Tim.
Tiptoe. I can't.
Tiptoe.
Can't do it. Can't. Nope. Copyrights, John. We're already.
Oh shit! We're canceled.
We're already in copyright trouble with Facebook because every song last week they muted, and maybe they'll do the same this week. Because it wouldn't be the first time that they've muted songs with Leland on them. The first time Facebook ever muted a song on this podcast, one of the songs was a Yellow Sauce song that I was on. I'm like, I'm in the fucking band.
What did you say?
I tried to appeal, and no, they don't have humans to appeal to. So you can't just be like, yo, I'm in this band, and the rest of the bands gave me permission to play their shit. They're just like, nah, fuck you. Copyrights, can't play them. Like, all right, whatever. So, anyway. But this is a song by PotusxXx and not Grar. And the song is called, this song is by PotusxXx and not Grar. On all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show.
Please hold.
If Apple calls this car, they're fucking lying. The artist of this song is called PotusxXx. We took the stupid songs we
stupid problem to have, and we'd really appreciate it if you would upload our songs under the correct artist name. We really didn't want it to come to you.
And Apple, we've reached out to your customer support time and time again. You told us could take a couple of weeks. Maybe you're not sure. So we're writing you this song to ask you to finally fix your shit. There won't be any hard feelings, 'cause what good are all these songs if no one can find them? If Apple calls this car, they're fucking lying. The artist of this song is called PotusxXx.
We're sorry. All representatives are busy now. Fuck you.
Yep, the barbecue roll is real.
That's awesome. That was a good song.
That's a great song.
Great job, guys.
Me, a guy who actually does phone service voiceovers, didn't get hired for this song in this band that I'm in. It's all good. Great job.
I can't wait to be part of it, though.
Yeah, so far I'm literally on one song, but I'm like, I'm in this band. Why am I not on this track? Because I don't pay attention to the Discord or the Facebook chat or anything else. So that's why. I'm just like every now and then Leland will be like, hey, can you record this? Like, yeah, okay, sure. But otherwise, yeah, I don't pay any attention. Ever since it was the Godsmack fan club. Joe, you can participate as much as you want. Both of you can. Just dip into the Discord. Yeah, I don't know, man. I went in the Discord a couple of weeks ago, and it's just like, hey, look, it's just like the Godsmack fan club group chat. Just except this one's on Discord and called PotusxXx. But yeah. Brian would have been amused.
Mm-hmm.
Would have enjoyed these songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Probably would have been part of it.
Brian would have been part of it. Brian would be getting in on the barbecue rolls.
Yep.
It's like he rickrolled me earlier today as I was getting ready for the show. I can't believe that fucking happened to me. And then as soon as it fucking happened to me, guess what happened? I got a message from Karina. Like, hey, how you doing? Like, my fucking Alexa just rickrolled me. Jill hasn't opened the Discord in a minute, she says. Yeah, I don't know. I just, it's muted. All the Discords I follow are muted except for ours. And even that doesn't make sounds. Brian would have loved Clit Snatch.
I bet.
He would have.
He would. He would.
Yeah, he totally would.
Oh, yeah.
He would. He'd love that we're still playing like some of the songs as they were. But he'd also love the new versions. You know, he'd love Settle Down and Everyone's Having Sex. And
You even bashed me about my drumming. It's like, I haven't heard John yet. My second show?
Yeah.
It's John's second show.
Yeah, Leland wishes Brian could collab with POTUS. John loves nuts.
Oh, yeah, because I told her when I die, I'm going to come back as a squirrel. And she's going to come back as another person, another human. I'm going to come back as a squirrel loving nuts. Have a craving for nuts or something. Like, yeah.
John, do a squirrel impression.
I could do it. I don't want. I don't want to.
He doesn't want to. Should we just get Squirrel in here?
Yes, get squirrel on her.
Let's see if she'll come if I call her.
Oh, God. Is that the one that hisses at you?
No. Squirrel, come here. Squirrel. Here she
Hi.
comes. Hey, come on in.
You
Squirrel, come
okay?
here. Come here. She's like, I've never been in here before. Squirrel, you guys, I can't pick her up. She won't let me. Squirrel, come here. Tell us what a kitty says. What's a kitty say? She's not in the mood to tell you today. Usually sometimes she'll respond. There's an Instagram video out there that's got like thousands of views of her just, it's caught in my beard. Anyway, thanks for coming, Squirrel. Appreciate you.
It's like, I might want to stay in here.
She's going to hang out. She's like, it's nice and cool in here. She's going to hang out. We're going to let her.
No, she's gone.
She went? Okay. See you later, Squirrel. Thanks for coming. Anyway. Yeah. John, would you rather open a farm for cats or dogs, and why?
Dogs.
John's a dog person.
Right, so.
Me, I'm a cat person, but I'd probably, if I was opening a farm, it would be for dogs because they're probably easier to herd than cats.
John, do you do a... Oh, sorry, we already did that one.
John,
what would you name your...
Cow?
Cow.
Greg.
Greg. And then you got a moo during that song. I've been pre-selected for a personal offer for a credit card. Or a loan. I don't know. Something. I could use some money. But not from unsolicited texts in my fucking text messages. They're popping up on my screen as we speak. Yeah. So you name a cow Greg.
Yep. Yep. I'm going to eventually own a pet cow named Greg.
Living Brain Dead and Wyatt Coyne should combine to form an 8-piece Limp Bizkit cover band.
Let's do it.
What would you name your next dog?
Sparky.
Sparky. Brian would love us doing a Limp Bizkit cover band. I just ordered, it's coming, I think, later this week or sometime next week, but I just ordered Limp Bizkit Significant Other on vinyl, which Brian owned. He owned an old school, like an original copy. And so Brian loved Limp Bizkit. I got, somewhere back here, I got Chocolate Starfish on vinyl.
It was the only thing that came to mind, Joe. I don't know. I don't know. But I named my next dog.
It's like South Park. John's just like, don't be gay, Sparky. Don't be gay.
I don't want to speak at that show.
Yeah, I know, because you don't have a soul. That's why you don't enjoy South Park, because they called you out on it.
Now I found out that my whole life's a lie. I'm actually a real ginger. Because ginger has brown eyes. So I guess I'm full-blooded. I don't have a soul.
Yeah, there you go. John, which Limp Bizkit album would you play in your newborn's nursery upon request? Or on repeat, rather.
Yo, baby, keep on rolling.
So Chocolate Starfish.
Yeah.
The one that starts with a song that says fuck 46 times. That's 46 fucks in this fucked up rhyme.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down
That's the
with
one I got on vinyl. I have Significant Other coming. I'm waiting for them to release $3 Bill. Because that is... Somebody said that was the best Limp Bizkit album. And I'm just like, yeah, you guys really don't give Unquestionable Truth Volume 1
I'm digging the
enough
dad
credit.
vibes.
Yeah, Jill was pulled up the video and had the lyrics, and she was just singing it. She never heard the song before. Was literally singing along with the song.
You said you named your dog Bert.
You said you would name your dog Bert.
Oh, hell yeah, yeah.
Is he related to... But so you would have a cow named Greg and a
Greg,
dog named Bert?
Yes.
Okay.
See?
Dad Vibes is an immaculate track, says Leedles. My favorite Limp Bizkit album is Unquestionable Truth, Volume 1, because, like, nobody gives it any credit. It's just Fred Durst trying to be Zach De La Rocha for 30 minutes. It is literally Limp Bizkit trying to be Rage Against the Machine. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe it's not my favorite Limp Bizkit album, but it's up there, and I always recommend it to people, and people are like, oh, I never heard that one. Like, yeah, because they didn't get... It was, like, after all their commercial success. Dad Vibes is, like, the new WAP.
Yep.
Means what? Wishes and Prayers? WAP?
Greg and Bert.
Greg and Bert. I gotta get a hold of Greg Bert. I've been saying for like a week I need to get a hold
That's
of
what
Greg Bert.
inspired me to name
Gotcha.
Cow, Greg, and Dog Bert.
I gotta get a hold of Greg Bert. I've been meaning to do that for a week. Set up a DJ set somewhere. Throwback night. Let's bring it on.
You gotta try to talk to Greg and get a Mohawk or Rapids.
That was also what I was going to talk to Greg about. We might be getting an Evening Star.
Ooh.
We might. We'll talk about that not on air. Last place I played with Brian. Last place you played with Brian was Evening
Brian's
Star.
live show, actually, in front of
Well,
people.
yeah. Last time we played in front of people, more than 2 people, I guess. Opening for Head PE at Evening Star. Joe, next time John misses the show, you should just film a special from your bathroom, Joe on the John. The acoustics would be terrible, though.
Yes.
The acoustics would be awful. That would suck. Nobody would want to watch that. I wouldn't even want to, I'd be like, yo, why does it sound so echoey in here? And then I would just turn up the reverb on the mixer just for the fuck of it. Just to make it even worse. Buy our merch.thinksojoe.com. I didn't put that last week thumbnail up as a shirt yet. I haven't had time. Been busy with work and watching TV and watching movies and going to...
Next week. You and the John. Next week.
Yeah, you're not here next week, right?
I think. I don't know.
Let me know. Anyway.
I'll let you know.
Let me know, and then I'll reach out and find a co-host. But
You and the John, though. You and the John.
Nah, not happening. No, I take too much pride in my audio quality to try and record anything in my bathroom.
You and Squirrel.
Yeah, me and Squirrel. Maybe by that point she'll be talking. There's an Instagram video out there where I'm like, Squirrel, what's a kitty saying? She just goes, meow.
What does John say? Meow.
Yeah, I got my banner in. I don't know if you saw my banner.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think it's in the other room. I probably can't get to it right this second. But I got my banner so I can do my DJ stuff. I really should buy lights and a fucking facade and all that bullshit, but I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to have a table with a fucking banner on it. I don't give a shit if you can see my wires. I'm there to play music and make y'all dance. John, would you rather get your shit kicked out by Andre the Giant or John Cena, and why?
Would I rather get my kick shit out by Andre the Giant or John Cena?
Andre the Giant or John Cena, and why?
Well, I think I'll live if John Cena kicks the shit out of me than Andre.
I was going to say
it might the next day.
It might smell better if it's John Cena instead of Andre, given some of the stories of Andre. But
I can relate to John Cena more because we're both losing our hair.
Andre used to like fart on people in the ring.
Did he?
Yeah, Jake Roberts told that story at one point.
I didn't know that. And he did. I guess he did the pedigree back then too. Yeah, there's a couple of videos of him doing it.
Okay.
It's like okay, it's like
Haven't seen
Triple
it.
H is not the first one, I guess.
Anyway, yeah. Andre the Giant has a posse. Think So Joe has a podcast. You could buy that T-shirt in our merch store. I wore it to Good Bar one night, right? And I like handed the dude my ID. He's like, man, you don't got to give me 2 forms of ID. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, your shirt. I'm like, oh, hey, I'm wearing a shirt with my face on it. All right.
I need more.
John, would you rather read a whole adult book or do 6 hours of jumping jacks?
I realize you're jumping jacks. 6 hours. Let's go.
I've seen you and Joe do push-ups against each
Yes.
other. That's just like,
That's
you
how
guys are way too athletic
That's
for
how
me.
we get pumped up before we play a set.
Yeah.
That's like our thing.
You're over there like clapping in between push-ups. I'm like,
That's how
what the
we do it,
fuck, man? I can
That's how we
barely
do
do
it.
a push-up.
That's how we do it.
Of course, I weigh
like that.
I weigh significantly more than you. So that, you know.
I weigh 124 pounds.
Yeah, I weigh 324 pounds, 224 pounds, not 300. Don't quote me on that. I gained an extra 100 pounds in the last 5 seconds, I guess. I don't know.
My goal by the end of the summer is to get 130, but I don't think that's ever happening.
Yeah, my goal is, I don't know. I'm just happy to not be 235 anymore. I'm like 231 or 221 rather. I'm like, I've definitely lost a ton of weight.
I still want to get that Terminator T-shirt made.
With you as the Terminator?
Yeah. Yeah.
John, keep doing that. You're gonna turn on your stalker chick.
Oh God. Yeah, don't talk about her.
Had one of those before. Dude, I'm like, there's always times where I'm like, man, Brian would have loved this. And I'm like bummed that I can't call him and be like, yo, did you see this? But right before Brian died, like literally like 3 or 4 days, this girl, Tracy, that I used to date died. And she was a huge hockey fan. And that's how we, bonded and we met. We actually met at a Columbus Blue Jackets game against the Sabres. But one of her favorite Buffalo Sabres at the time was Ryan O'Reilly. But her main team was the Nashville Predators. Ryan O'Reilly just signed a contract with the Nashville Predators. I'm like, where is Tracy? She would have loved this. like it's not too often where I see something where I'm like, yo, I wish I could tell Tracy this, but that's one of those times, man. Her favorite player is now on her favorite team, and she's not here to see it. So, if you had to pick any band for Living Brain Dead to open for, who would it be and why?
The Used. I know. I know your feelings about that.
I said I would go to that show, so I don't know if you guys grabbed me a ticket or not. Anyway, if you had a Magic 8-Ball and it really truly answered the truth, would you ask it? If Magic 8-Balls really gave you the truth, what would you ask it?
What would I ask?
What would you ask it?
If they
if they gave you the real, honest-to-God truth.
I don't know, actually, what I would ask it.
Jill says Adam Sandler.
Okay, yes. Make better movies.
Make better movies. Yeah. Yeah, we had a whole conversation in the Discord about this Used concert, and I was like, fuck it, I'll go. Maybe they actually got better live over the last 20 years. Have you ever seen the Used live? Is this going to be your first show?
No. I've seen them a couple times.
Okay.
Warped Tour, Rapid Theater a couple times.
Okay. So you know what you're getting yourself into.
Oh, yeah.
I almost got myself into a fight with Burt McCracken the first time I saw them. So, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that story.
Yeah, true story. Anyway. John, would you rather drink a gallon of absinthe or eat an entire edible marijuana birthday cake? Absinthe is supposedly hallucinogenic, so you would be seeing things. Of course, with an entire edible marijuana birthday cake, you might be seeing things too. So,
I'm gonna go with the birthday cake.
Birthday cake. Do you get the so? I've never taken edibles, but like if you're eating an entire birthday cake, like a marijuana birthday cake, do you still get the munchies? Like, are you still trying to eat after you eat this cake, like this whole ass cake?
I mean, somebody gave me a cookie once, and I thought it was an actual cookie, and it wasn't. And
I was so worried about that one day.
I was working at Texas Roadhouse that day.
This is actually a.
I shouldn't even said that work. I mean, I was working at some restaurant that day, and that was a bad trip.
John, would you rather ride a horse with a stranger or ride a stranger with a toy horse? Leland says edibles usually give him the munchies more than smoke. He turned the mic off. He turned it off. He straight up turned it off. But I got a Brian story about edible cookies. It involves Karina when she was making cookies. So this one day, Brian was like trying to get some edibles. And Karina was like, I'll make you some edibles. So she made him some cookies. And she was like, hey, I'm going to leave these in the hall for Brian. Like, all right, cool. Meanwhile, I had a package come, and I got the package, and I didn't see the cookies. I'm like, oh, shit, what happened to these cookies? Because I didn't think Brian, I'm like, Brian, did you get these cookies? He's like, no, man, I didn't come yet. I'm like, shit, I don't see these cookies. I'm, like, panicking. Because I'm thinking, like, who got those cookies? Because Karina said she left them in the hall. I'm like, where did these cookies go? So I'm, like, panicking. I'm thinking, like, some kid... Like, because what happened, it was this hard drive I was waiting on got delivered to the wrong house. So somebody must have dropped it in my hallway because it was there. I'm like, who dropped this in my hallway? Did they take the cookies? Was it some kid thinking like, ooh, cookies? And I am panicking. And I'm texting Brian. I'm like, dude, I don't know what's going on. Like, and I finally get a hold of Karina and she's like, oh, I left them in the kitchen. Like, well, fuck, that would have been good to know. So Brian had to come get the cookies from me. I handed them to him. I was just panicking. I'm like, who got these fucking edible cookies? Jill wants to know, John, have you got any grapes? Okay, then.
No.
I have raisins. Does that count?
I don't got anything.
I have
got a tissue.
I have raisins. I'm going to eat something after this show. I haven't eaten since breakfast.
I got these nuts.
That's what I forgot to buy was more pistachios. Oh, well. I still have peanuts.
Oh, this show gets better and better every time I'm on it.
Yes, it does. Yeah, but we got to get out of here in a couple of minutes. So
shit.
Let's
time flies.
So, you know, we dedicate this episode to, of course, Brian Muller,
Yes.
our late great bass playing, guitar playing friend. John, breakfast pizza or regular pizza? John, you got any
Breakfast
tape?
pizza. John, you got any
Tape.
We got duct tape.
I'll say there's some masking tape around here somewhere.
Masking tape.
Anyway, you have gaffer's tape that Brian left at your house.
Yes.
That I thought was duct tape. You're like, yeah, Brian. I'm like trying to plug in these headphones because I forgot to bring an adapter. So the only adapter there was this headphone. It was this adapter from Brian's headphones that screws on, so it doesn't just plug right in like a normal one would. Mm-hmm. So I'm like trying to get it to stay on. So I grabbed like what you handed me, what you thought was duct tape. I taped this thing on, and I'm like trying to pull it off because Dan's like, "Hey, we could plug this into here," and I'm like, "All right, cool." So we're trying to pull this apart. I'm like, "Man, this is really good duct tape." You're like, "Yeah, Brian brought that duct tape," and I'm like, "This is the fucking duct tape he stole from Dashboard Confessional, the fucking gaffer's tape." I think it was Dashboard Confessional. It might have been somebody else, but yeah, Brian left that at your house, and I'm like trying to pull it off. It's like, it's not coming off. Why not? Like, oh, because it's gaffer's tape. It's not supposed to come off.
Yeah, he left a pair of headphones that I was using when we first started the in-ear things.
Yeah.
And they broke, and I was going to replace it before he knew about it, but he passed away.
Yeah. Man, I had the same pair of headphones that Brian was using for like everything professionally, and I hated mine. I mean, I liked them when they worked, and then they just died on me one day.
Yeah,
so
that's what happened to mine.
yeah, so I got these fancy Rode ones now, and I got these guys here, the HD 280 Pros from Sennheiser. These are my DJ headphones. All right, we got to play music. We got to get out of here. This is a song from Mr. Brian Lee Muller, our dear departed friend as of 2 years ago today. We miss you, brother.
Miss you.
Absolutely.
We love you.
Stop fucking with us so hard.
Yes, Guns N' Roses.
I really was trying to pay homage to you and listen to Saint Angry. You didn't have to rickroll me, bud. I guess it serves me right. Payback for all the times I've done it to Karina. But this song is from his B Lee Muller, his album he released under that, called Victim of Physics. And this song is called The Machine is Aware on all WNY ThinkSoJoE show. We'll see you next week.